Hey everybody, it's Rich Tola and welcome to another episode of Stay Zen. Today we're going to take you over to the bus stop for my most inconspicuous bus stop exercises because, you know, quite frankly, sometimes when you're hanging out on the bus stop waiting for a bus, you want to work out or get some stretching in, but you want it to be inconspicuous. So let's work on some inconspicuous bus stop exercises. Let's first start with your posture. A book is good. Pull through the core, right? Feet hip distance apart. You can cross your hands in front of you. You can come into mountain pose. Preparing for a little bit of balance, right? We're going to go right into it. Pick up the right foot. Just need to come off about an inch off the ground, right? Then pull the knee in. This is really good balancing. Pull through the core. Always go over to the other side, right? This is a modified dancer's pose. Remember, hips facing forward. Pull through the core. Flat spine. Love this pose. This is a modified tree pose. You're just crossing over, right? Inconspicuous, maybe cross the arms, going with the steeple grip behind your back. A little bit of a heart opener. Really good here. Now we're seated, firing up the legs, firing up the core, right? Keep the back flat. This is a modified chair pose. Just lift your butt off the bench. Really engage here. Then you can do some forward bends, opening up through the low back, right? All the way through the hamstrings. Just release everything out. Right, relax into this pose, rounding up the stand. Always be careful coming up, right? A little bit of a shoulder stretch here, waking up the one side, then switch over to the other. Everything you do on one side, you do equally on the other side, right? Then coming into a little side stretch here. You're going to lean into it, but don't fly the hips out, right? Stay in control here. One side, then the other side, right? Try not to fly the hips from one side to the other. Seated pose again, leg raises, right? You're going to come into a cross-leg position. This is really good hip opener. It's good for the low back. And as you lean forward, think about keeping the spine elongated and flat. And again, focus on that low back. You're going to pull through the sciatica nerve. This is a good sciatica stretch here. Switching over to the other side, right? Pull through the core. Get a little ab work here. Crossing over. Folding over. Now you can use your left elbow to maybe lean into that knee a little if that feels good. Excellent. Coming right into a modified Hasta Padangusthasana, which is a standing hand to foot pose. Love this pose. Stretching out, pull through the core, staying upright. Now we have a modified temple pose or goddess pose. Really like that pose. Forward bending, coming into a pyramid pose, just stretching out the hamstrings, right? One side, then over to the other, right? Coming back. Remember, as you come up, you're going to roll up one vertebra at a time, feet hip distance apart. Excellent. Good. Getting some neck stretches here. Like to stretch through the neck, opening through the mouth. Everything stretches here. Really, really get into it. Good. Through the mouth, the neck. Look to the right. Look over to the left. Pull through the core. Neck rolls. Roll it around. Be very careful with anything you do with the neck. Be careful. Nice controlled movement. Some shoulder shrugs. Up and back. Excellent. All the while, feet hip distance apart, pulling through the core, relaxing the knees, little micro bend. Excellent. Really good here. Then you're just rolling out the wrists, rolling out the ankles, and finally coming into a shoulder stretch. And remember, everything you do on one side, switch over to the other. So thanks for joining me for my most inconspicuous bus stop exercises. We'll see you next time. And until then, stay Zen.